Buenas tardes, son las 2 de la tarde en el sur de Texas. Es un día soleado y te doy la bienvenida a esta plática. Tengo como casi siempre, mi V8 aquí. Got my V8 going. It's 2 o'clock, sunny day in South Texas. Saludos en especial a nuestra familia de la Iglesia Bíblica de McAllen. Special greetings to everybody from our church, the McAllen Iglesia Bíblica. Hoy estamos enfrentando una tormenta inesperada. Y en Marcos 4 encontramos la famosa historia cuando los discípulos también atravesaron una tormenta muy inesperada. Today we're going through a very unexpected storm. In Mark 4, we have the story of the disciples when they went through an unexpected storm with Jesus. Voy a leer Marcos 4 empezando con el versículo 35. Al anochecer, otra cosa, pasar una tormenta en el mar en la noche, wow, eso es otra cosa. Dijo Jesús, crucemos al otro lado. Se desató entonces una fuerte tormenta y las olas azotaban la barca, tanto que ya comenzaba a inundarse. Jesús, mientras tanto, estaba en la popa durmiendo sobre un cabezal. Así que los discípulos lo despertaron. Maestro, gritaron, ¿no te importa que nos ahogamos? Él se levantó, reprendió al viento y ordenó al mar, Silencio, cálmate. El viento se calmó y todo quedó completamente tranquilo. ¿Por qué tienen tanto miedo? Dijo a sus discípulos. ¿Todavía no tienen fe? Ellos estaban espantados y se decían unos a otros, ¿quién es este que hasta el viento y el mar le obedecen? So I'm going to read from Mark 4, starting at verse 35. We'll skip a little bit at the beginning here. When evening came, now think of this, going through a storm on a big, it was bigger than a lake, this big sea, Sea of Galilee, in the dark in the storm. That's another scary element to the story. But Jesus said to them, to the disciples, he's in the boat. He says, "Let's go over to the other side." A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, Teacher, don't you care if we drown? He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, Quiet, be still. Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? They were terrified and asked each other, Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him. Notice at the beginning of the story that Jesus set the direction. He said to them, Let's go over to the other side. Tomen nota que Jesús es el que puso la dirección. Él dijo, vamos al otro lado del mar. Y luego entonces los discípulos y Jesús encontraron una tormenta inesperada. Así que solo por el hecho de estar con Jesús y aún por estar obedeciendo a Jesús como ellos fueron, como él dijo, no significa que no vayas a pasar por tormentas. So Jesus set the direction and they faced this storm, which tells us something important. Even if you're following Jesus' instructions, they were following his order. He said, let's go together and let's go to the other side. Doesn't mean you're not going to go through a storm. It does not mean that Jesus is going to make the way smooth and you never have to go through anything. Another thing interesting about this story is that the disciples learned who they were. It was revealed who they were. Los discípulos aprendieron algo acerca de sí mismos, algo desagradable. Eran cobardes. Una traducción usa esa palabra. ¿Por qué son tan cobardes? Tuvieron que enfrentar su falta de fe. Y tal vez la tormenta está revelando cosas también acerca de nosotros. In the storm, we learn about who we are. The disciples had this horrible fear revealed in them, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them were experienced professional fishermen that had probably spent many nights on the Sea of Galilee. But this fear And really, lack of faith was revealed about them in this. Maybe the storm is revealing some things that aren't so wonderful about you or about me, about us. The other thing about this storm is that they learned who Jesus was. También en la tormenta ellos aprendieron quién era Jesús. En la tormenta es cuando conocemos mejor a Dios y podemos aprender más acerca de su amor, su poder, su sabiduría para ayudarnos a atravesar la tormenta. We learn about Jesus' power. We learn about his faithfulness. We learn about his concern for us and his mercy. When we're in the storm, that's when we learn even better who Jesus is. Los israelitas pasaron 40 años en el desierto. Y en el desierto, porque era un lugar donde no había nada, ellos tuvieron que aprender quién era su Dios y que podían confiar en él. The Israelites spent with Moses 40 years in the desert after they got out of Egypt. And there they learned a lot about God. They learned that in this place where there was nothing, that God would take care of them and that he was faithful to take care of them, fulfill his word. Tal vez estás atravesando otras tormentas, no tiene nada que ver con la pandemia. Tal vez estás atravesando una tormenta personal, tu familia, tus finanzas, no sé, una enfermedad. Cristo está contigo y te ayudará a llegar al otro lado. Si tú estás con Él, no dejes atrás, no dejes en la orilla tu fe. Confía en Él, agárrate de Jesús y Él te va a ayudar. It's like he's asking them when he says, "Where's your faith?" Like you left your faith back on the shore. If you're going through a storm, and you might be going through something unrelated to the pandemic right now, to COVID, might be a personal struggle. It might be a storm in your family, your finances. I don't know, but Jesus is with you, and He will take you through to the other side. He acted like he was in charge. You know why? Because he is in charge. Jesús se portaba como si estuviera a cargo. ¿Y sabes por qué? Porque Jesús está a cargo. Y la tormenta lo tiene que escuchar. The storm has to listen to Jesus. The other interesting thing about this story is when they got to the other side, there was a purpose. There was a reason. It was one of the most amazing deliverances, healings, liberation, salvation stories of all of the Gospels, where this guy whose life was completely in ruins gets completely liberated by Jesus. We're not going to go into the details, but they were going across for a purpose, and Jesus will fulfill his purpose to you. Es interesante que en esta historia llegan al otro lado del mar, pero con un propósito. Y encontramos una de las historias de salvación, liberación, sanidad más impresionantes de todos los evangelios, donde este hombre que su vida está en ruinas, Cristo le restaura. Y Cristo tiene un propósito para ti en la tormenta y después de la tormenta y te ayudará. Así que agárrate de Jesús en medio de la tormenta. Él te ayudará a atravesarla. Grab onto Jesus in the middle of the storm. He will take you through. He will take you through to the other side. Vamos a orar. Padre, gracias que tú estás con nosotros y sí te importa cuando atravesamos tormentas. Sí te importa cuando sentimos que nos ahogamos. Y tú nos ayudarás a atravesar la tormenta. Bendice y ayuda, levanta, habla a cada uno de los que me está escuchando en este momento. Dales de tu poder y de tu amor y de tu sabiduría. Father, Jesus, we thank you that you are with us, that you will get us through the storm, and that you will get us through to the other side. You will fulfill your purposes for us, and that we can count on you in the storm. Thank you that you are good to us. I pray for everyone that's listening to me now that you would be with them. You know what they're going through. Give them the wisdom they need, the power they need, the strength, the perseverance. Help them to be faithful to you in the middle of the storm. Ayúdanos a serte fiel en medio de la tormenta. Te damos gracias, Padre, en el nombre de Jesús. Amén. Well, God bless you, and God is with you, and He will take you through the storm. Dios te bendiga, Dios está contigo, y Cristo te ayudará a atravesar la tormenta.